Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Libra for the month of January 2022. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Also, although I am reading for January, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. Okay. This is the heart of the reading. Now, we have the card of captivity. Don't let this scare you. I'll explain why it has turned up there. We have somebody in captivity here. All right? That's a lot of problems, worry, stress, tension. It can be increasing stress over something. Saturn is here, so your person is going through a major lesson, okay? Uranus is here, Aquarius, Capricorn. Okay, so this person is procrastinating over something. Now, there was a sudden change that put this person here. They're behind those bars. Oh boy, I think that what happened was they overthought something. It's like they were imagining the worst about a future event. And may have overreacted. It's like the devil got the better of them, the fear. And so something happened, and even they themselves, they did not expect it to happen. It's like it happened in the moment. That's how the ending came about. It wasn't planned or anything, if that's what you thought. It happened of a sudden. This person is still feeling a very strong bond to you. And I feel are still very tempted to reach out to you. Even if it ended, or if it ended badly, or if they ended it, they are still tempted. The bond, the draw, the pull is here still, even if you are no longer together. Here we see, we actually see what happened. There was some type of meeting, reunion, where somebody extended their hand to the other. It's here. But the other didn't immediately take the offer, you see. And so the person who was extending it reacted, thought immediately. The fear overcame them. That's what happened. And they thought there was maybe a betrayal here, or just something wasn't right. So they jump right in and start this fight. Now, with this card, it's a card of leaping into battle. It's like face to face, hand to hand with his opponents. This is a close-up battle. The guy in the air here, he has the advantage of surprise, and which is exactly what it's telling us what happened. This came as a surprise, and I feel, though, not just to the other, but also to himself. He wasn't planning on having this argument or breaking up. It's something that was driven by fear in the moment because of somebody's action or reaction to something that was extended or offered. So this is, he's up in the air with his stick. His opponents are down, um, and are forced to kind of reevaluate their own battle plans real quick. Um, because this came as a surprise to you. So maybe you're reevaluating this thing now, or this is vice versa. Somebody's guard was down, and that left a vulnerable sore spot open for a surprise attack. Maybe, maybe something happened or something was said that hit a sore spot in this person that maybe they weren't expecting. But anyway, somebody reacted here. Let me see. I feel like, yeah, oh yeah, for sure, for sure. See, Knight of Swords. He reacted quickly, in surprise. This is something that comes out of the blue. That's exactly how this ended. It just happened, but it was like a final straw type of situation. But now the battle is over. We see that here, and they're looking back at it, trying to shed light on it because they're still attached. They still want it. Their fear got the better of them in a moment. Okay, and they're shedding light on something they desire for the future. But what they're not seeing here, what they're not seeing, and the answer that they actually do need is behind them. They're not ready to give up. They do have a band-aid over that wound, and that needs to be addressed. So, and I feel like the challenge they're facing will be to heal that wound. Because as long as that wound is carried forward, the trigger is always going to exist, and it's going to keep happening over and over and over and over again. And it's like you're always reliving the same moment. So this person could be looking to the future, but avoiding something in the past, that they need to address. And it's like they want to manifest something in the future, and they do have regret over their actions from the past. But the question is, why did that happen? That's what they need to go and look at. And that, the preacher says, is found behind them in the past. But I see we have the card of the ego here beneath. Maybe they don't want to admit to something, or they're avoiding maybe responsibility for something from the past, or for their part in something from the past. Yeah, see, denial. Oh yeah, look at that. The next card, somebody who goes to the extreme, right? And with that Chariot, but they pretend otherwise. It's behind them. Okay, so they're in denial of having went to the extreme, or why they went to the extreme on something. Or this is somebody who has a really strong point of view, who doesn't want to. They're like narrow-minded, and so is he, narrow-minded, not willing to see something, or admit to something, or to see somebody else's, or consider somebody else's view or opinion about something. I mean, it's going to be different for each of you, right? But here's the thing. Goodness. They long for you. They have a vision of the Four of Wands. This is a card of longing, fantasy, and desiring that cup, okay? They're desiring that Four of Wands there to overcome the difficulties between you, to deepen a commitment. This is even, this card is even speaking to engagement, marriage even. It's what they are fantasizing and longing for, and they're even looking at the details. But of course, this is only an 8, and they are missing some details. And again, like I said, that is behind them. It's something they need to go back and look at. And once they do that, well, then it's all uphill after that. It's like a green light. It's a go. But they have to do that if this is going to work in the future. They want to communicate. See that? They want to communicate about about doing this Four of Wands, about sitting down, talking, maybe explaining something, making something clear, offering information, asking questions even, maybe asking them if they want to sit down and have this talk, to talk about these difficulties, or to talk about deepening this relationship, to overcoming these difficulties, to healing. I mean, I have to say that just having this one card in your reading is a blessing, not to mention that you have two. So they're looking for a way out of their situation, but they're not looking in the right direction. They're studying the relationship. They're looking back at what they've lost. Look how she looks in that cup. And it's like they're not really understanding. They're not understanding something. And it hurts. You see the eyes of the moon are closed. They can't see. It has to do with the belief system, because the Hierophant is right there. That's where the effort needs to be put. It's where it needs to go, is back here, to look at the belief system. That's where they will get their understanding and their solution. Let's go here. There's an inner battle going on here with the card of deliverance and master and discipline. Deliverance is somebody's insecurities. So they're battling with their insecurities, the fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of stepping out of their comfort zone. They could fear that there's maybe no going back to somebody they love. This person has a lot of insecurities, and the more they stay up in their head, the worse it becomes. Master and discipline is not talking, not taking action, keeping everything inside. And that's possibly a repeating pattern for this person, that they let things bottle up and they don't talk about them, and then they explode. This card says that the person has the answers. It can also be saying, you see, it's ruled by Mercury down here. Mercury, Jupiter's about expansion. Mercury's about how you think, plan, solve problems. It feels like there is no growth here at this moment, but there can be. And the only thing that's stopping it is this person themselves. You know, because they put themselves in here and they're keeping themselves there. And only they can free themselves, but they must choose to do so. And they do this by accepting the responsibility for both their successes and their failures, of their actions and decisions and the consequences of those actions and decisions and responsibility, you know. So, because right next to it is a card of consequences. The consequences for the actions they took in the past, they're living it now. These are the consequences. And so they must accept responsibility for the action they took. But if they don't want it to repeat, because it is a repeating pattern with the devil, they need to go back to the past. It's what the preacher was saying, because they actually hold the solution inside of them. They have the solution here. They're looking in all the wrong places for their answers. They want to fix things. They had an opportunity back here, but it didn't work because, again, that old pattern took grip of them. And so they didn't take the cup that was offered, you see. That took a turn for the worse. And if they don't fix what needs to be fixed, this pattern's going to repeat. Lessons repeat until they're learned, is what this says. There will come another chance. Although, you know, this person may not think so because they're up in their head all the time. They don't want this ending here. And I think they're confused as to why it keeps happening. But, you know, again, there's something they're not looking at, or as soon as they start heading in that direction, they clamp up and look somewhere else. Because, you know, it can't be that, right? There's new information that is coming that could very possibly bring this relationship back from the brink of death where it sits at this current moment. The information, they will have to make a decision on it, okay? It feels like you're both in the upright. I feel like you both love. There is a continuous flow of emotion from him to you, you to him. And this has been going on for a long time, or this pattern has been going on for a long time. This person can easily hang themselves. Yeah. See, they're coming forward, but they can easily hang themselves if they haven't done the work and end up on a repeat. So they need to do the work. But they're definitely, they're most definitely coming back around. They're coming back around. The swords, though, see, the swords are falling out of the heart. Okay, so, but the heart is still wounded, and that wound is what needs to be healed. Hopefully, hopefully they will do the work, because you see, there you go. Here they are coming back for sure, but this card also carries another message, and the message is putting attention to the root issue. to what caused that wound on their heart that they're carrying. A message is coming. A message is coming. You could have it within a 3. The moon is also here. You could have it within a lunar cycle. They're coming. Oh yeah. They may have stopped for a pause, because this fellow has stopped to pause and go sift through his emotions to take a drink, you know. This is a knight who has stopped for a pause in this deck. But, and maybe they pause for quite some time, but they're coming, because there comes the Knight of Coins, and he comes to you this time much more dependable and reliable. So I feel like they stop for a pause, and they do this work, okay, because they're going through the emotions. The Chariot. Forward movement. So there will be this movement here in the future. It's coming. Get ready. Listen. The cosmic message. You can't be replaced, because there is no one else like you. Know that you are unique and special to this person, and it's only you. You are the only one. You are the only one for them. And they want you to know that your opinions do matter to them. They promise they're going to treat you better. If they treated you badly in the past, this is a promise you will be receiving. All they want is to have you by their side. The Four of Wands is a very special card, and brings blessings, and brings an event, a celebration. This is speaking to an attraction between two people, overcoming difficulties. This can be a declaration of love, a proposal. So, you know, they can run, they can hide, they can avoid this, but they will eventually give in to it, because the heart wants what it wants, you know. And in the end, I guarantee you, the heart's going to win. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.